Harem anime are something in particular. Almost everyone has watched one, don't even try and pretend you haven't. And they all follow a pretty succinct, standard formula. And then every now and then you'll have a harem anime that's actually good, because it does something different. And I'm talking about one of those now, and that is Haganai. If you don't know what Haganai is, go look into it. I don't know what the English title is, I just know it's called Haganai, which isn't even its full title, it's an abbreviated title that doesn't make the most sense given the Japanese in it, but I assume it has something to do with the katakana or kanji in it. Probably kanji, not katakana. Anyway, enough rambling, but one last thing before we get into talking about Haganai. Let's play rock, paper, scissors. If you lose, you hit the sub button. On shoot, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. If you lost, hit the sub button. While you're down there, maybe consider leaving a like, dropping a comment, telling me your thoughts on the show, and perhaps hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the videos I'm putting out, including other videos on anime, manga, and primarily now, webtoons. So, Haganai. What's so different about Haganai to normal harem anime? Well, the first thing is that there's not even remotely a focus on the romance. Romance is not an issue, it's not a focal point of the show. At least not until, like, halfway through the second season, which then gets dropped pretty much immediately up until the last couple of episodes for a climax, if you will. Which a lot of people don't seem to like, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But if you don't know what Haganai is, let's talk about the cast. So we have a main character, Kodaka, who is half English, so he hasn't got on the good side of the English, so his hair is like a dirty blonde, and it looks kind of rough. And so people assume he is a Yankee, a delinquent, and so he doesn't have any friends. And that's where the show kicks in. This show is about making friends. Hence why it's a different type of harem anime. Because it's not about getting bitches, it's about getting homies. That just so happen to be female. Because Kodaka is the only relevant member of the cast that is male. As you'd imagine from a harem show. That's where it falls in line with normal stuff. So, let's talk about the cast. We have Yozora, a foul-mouthed, not in the sense of she's a Yankee herself, but she just is harsh, introvert, that also doesn't have friends, that also turns out to be the main character's childhood friend. Spoilers. We have Kashiwazaki Sena, the Ojo-sama type, who is intelligent, good at sports, rich, loved by all the boys, but doesn't have any friends because all the girls hate her because she's rich, pretty, and good at everything. Which is kind of understandable, to be fair, and reflects real life a bit better than most shows do with the popular type. I don't really know what my point there was, but fuck it. We then have Yukimura, who you think is a guy, but isn't. And honestly, that's one thing the show does. It tackles the quote-unquote gender issue, if you will, quite well. And this was a show that came out a decent while ago, and based off a light novel that came out much sooner. So, get fucked, woke Twitter users, I guess. I don't know what my point is there. I don't know what most of my points in this video are. I'm just rambling. Let's just roll with it. Who else do we have? Oh yeah, we got a couple lollies. We've got the main character's little sister, Kobato. We have a nun, Maria. We have the nun's older sister, who is also a nun, whose name escapes me. Oh well, although she's not really a part of the main cast. We have probably one of the most important characters, at least for the second season, and that is Rika, who is very, very interesting, especially when it comes to the conclusion, and again, I will talk about that. That's the main reason I'm making this video, is because I see a lot of people don't like the ending of the anime and the light novel in general, but after a rewatch, my opinion of the ending of the anime has actually changed to be more positive than it originally was. And that's not just me trying to be a contrarian, that's just how I feel. So, like I said, this show focuses on friendship, making friends. And throughout the story we see this group, the Neighbors Club, as they become just doing stuff. They hang out and they act, for all intents and purposes, like friends. But all of them, for the most part, seem to be completely oblivious that they're actually friends and keep talking as if when they have friends, when they're in a group of people that are their friends. Don't worry, it doesn't play up this joke basically at all, it just references it from time to time. It's not really a joke, it's more just kind of a thing to get the ball rolling from time to time. But as time goes on, we start to see our main character, Kodaka, play off basically every single interaction for them, in most senses, by going, what'd you say? And that type of thing. You know, the oblivious, you know, doesn't understand, dense harem protagonist guys, which you'd expect to see in most other shows. To which he gets called out on, which leads into the conclusion of the story, of the anime at least, where Rika, the super genius girl, calls him out, going, "Oh, you think that you know, if you go on being all dense and stupid and pretending like you don't realize what's going on around you, you can give everyone the happy ending they want. Oh, what a harem protagonist you are." To which Kodaka responds, as fucking if. If I could be a harem protagonist and give everyone the happy ending they want by just being oblivious, I would. But life doesn't work like that. It isn't that easy. And it's a great commentary on the harem genre. First of all, I can't believe what he said. Yes, it's a commentary on the harem genre. As if that's like some sort of intellectual point I could make, given it's a point everyone makes about basically everything. Just look at Madoka and Evangelion. Where was I going? Oh yeah. And at the end of this confrontation that is strange, to say the least, other than the dialogue, which is the focus of it, Kodaka and Rika basically agree to be friends. Well, Kodaka asks Rika to be his friend, to which Rika responds with, "We have been for a while." And it's great. It's a really nice way to end the series off. If that was where it ended. Because there's one more scene at the end where Yozora, a character we've been with for the entire story, just up and leaves. And because the season ends there and there is no third season, you basically don't get an explanation as to why. You can only infer that it's because she's jealous that Kodaka and Rika are now acknowledging each other as friends, given she overhears the last part of their conversation. Although being jealous of it is fucking stupid, because it's by her own admission that they aren't friends, because she herself puts herself in the position of them not being friends anymore. The dumb bitch. Even though she wants to be friends and to value their childhood memories. That bit I understand people being annoyed with, because it is just stupid. However, the rest of the ending and the fact that it's Rika focused I quite like, because Rika is the basically only self-aware one, other than Kodaka, who pretends to not be self-aware, at least to the best of his ability. And so it's a really interesting spin on the harem genre, not being focused on getting a harem, getting girls, but forming relationships with people, having friends, and doing stuff. It's a really nice show, and I really like the ending. Call it controversial, or whatever you want. It's just my opinion. Go fuck yourself. And if you disagree, tell me why you disagree in the comments. I'm more than happy to engage in discussion over said opinions, but that isn't really the impression I gave, is it? Anyway, that's all I've really got to say about Haganai. I've been Animosity, you've been you, and I hope fuck, that's staying in. I hope to catch you next time for another video. Ta-ta, for now. Fuck's sake.